Pronab Sen wrote an important paper where he predicted that the growth of the Indian economy will be badly hit. He went on to say that India's economy will contract by 12% this year, and he said it could get worse. He distinctly divided these two into two parts. What did he say, and what is happening today? Let's look at it. Welcome back to Be Rich. Pranab Sen has recently put a paper out in which he has predicted that India's economy will decline by 12.5%. Pranab Sen is no ordinary man. He used to be India's chief statistician. According to him, it will take 2024 before we go back to the turnover of 2019-20, and per capita income will continue to suffer. He says these 9 weeks of complete lockdown have damaged only supply chains. So what we are seeing is a supply shock. What is to come is going to be worse. Jobs get lost, both in formal and informal sectors, stifling demand. So you are going to have a supply shock combined with a demand shock. Some weeks ago, I talked about the ITES sector and the BPO sector, and how about 15,000 jobs had been lost. I quoted the Indian Express. Today, Business Standard has given a report which clearly illustrates what Pranab said would happen. Even before the lockdown has ended, it is clear that all IT majors, including the Big Four and IBM, have laid off more than 10,000 people who are working in core IT sector. Before, people used to work for 90 days in the bench. That is, if you don't have a project, you work on a bench and upgrade your skills. The time given was 90 to 120 days. These days, most corporates do not allow you to sit in bench beyond 30 to 45 days. Most mails that come to me are from companies where people have been laid off. I have come across people who work for 8 years in a company have been laid off within 30 days of notice. What is this going to mean? Most people who are in this kind of jobs are in a salary bracket of 1 to 2 lakhs. They are in the middle of the pyramid. The difference between the current shock and the previous shock was these in the previous era, the mid-level pyramid were replaced by the lower guys. That is, entry-level guys used to do the job of the mid-level IT guys. This time the difference is the total recruitment is going to come down. Total headcount in IT employment is going to come down. The old guys are not being replaced by new guys. The old guys have fired and there is no replacement. This is because IT expects lesser business because of the pandemic. We have to understand the pandemic hit Europe and America before it came to India. So the IT sector is a bellwether of what is going to follow here. If Europe and America are going to contract by 5 and 10% in spite of the stimulus given by the government, you can expect IT which supports those countries to suffer. What this means is all these people have car loans, personal loans, credit cards, and housing loans. There is going to be a major impact cascading into the banking sector. This means there are going to be more flats, more properties that come onto the market, and core sectors such as real estate, finance, construction are going to take a big hit. Also, these jobs are high paying jobs. This is the 150 million people who are driving growth in the Indian economy. So, this is terrible news because this is not from Startup India. This is not from startups. This is from established companies. The news from startups is worse. I will cover that tomorrow. But this is terrible news. This is means that Pranab Sen's dire prediction of 12% is going to be accurate. It need not be 12, but definitely it's going to be more than the 5% that IMF has projected. Take care, be careful, be safe. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this video, kindly hit the like button and press the subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. If you want to buy the Kindle edition of my book, please press the link below. If you want a hard copy, please send a message to the WhatsApp number given below. If you want to contact me directly, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for supporting Berich.